Hey guys, so in today's tutorial, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a crossbody bag that has a front pocket with a buckler. So if this is something you like to see, please stay tuned to the channel and let's go straight into the tutorial. So guys, I have already cut out my pattern already, and this is the main body, and I have to the measurement is 10 inches by 8 inches. Please don't forget my ruler doesn't have 3 inches, so any make sure you remove 3 inches. Up to now I never still buy another tape. So I went down from this top by 2.5 inches. That will be serving as where I want my zipper to stop. So I measured it and cut out this fabric. I cut out to 1.5 inches cut out 1.5 inches for both, and I cut the length at what I got when I measured that marking. So the other part is a 3.5 inches by the length I got for the remaining part. Now if you notice, the zipper side is 3 inches, that is 1.5 inches on both, while the bottom side is 3.5 inches. This is because the zipper, when you sew your zipper to the zip side, it will increase. So our zip is half inches, so when you sew it to the side, it will become 3.5 inches. So when you are sewing your own, please make sure you note that whenever you are sewing your own slant bag. So this is just me. I just draw a curve of how I want the wideness of the pocket to be. You decide how you want it to be, and I also cut out the flap as well. So I am just removing 2 inches from the overall measurement I cut out. Then I went ahead and draw a straight line like this. Then I got the middle. This is just me trying to make the buckle holder. So guys, what you'll be leaving for the holder is determined by the total length of the buckle you are using. If you are using a 1.5 inches buckle, make sure you are dividing that 1.5 inches in two, and you are measuring it, this part that you see I'm measuring it now. But because I am using a 1 inches buckle holder, I decided to go out from the middle that I measured half inches on both ways. Then I went ahead and connect the line. So I'm just going to be using it as a guide. Then I'll cut off the other side because those are the parts that are not needed. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors, and I'm just going to cut it out the way you are seeing, like this. Guys, after I was done cutting the flap, this is what it looks like, and the one that you are seeing at the bottom is the main pocket. So I measured what I wanted, then I added half inches, and that is what I used to cut out this angle. So if you don't know how to go about it, I have a dedicated tutorial, and I'm going to drop the links of how to make different types of bag pockets in the description box so that you'll be able to watch it and know how to go about it. So now what I am doing is I brought out my buckle, and I'm just going to put my fabric like this inside, and I'll just go ahead and sew it on the middle of the pocket. Say yes, please make sure the holder you are putting it the way it's supposed to face. You know the buckle is supposed to be upwards, the pin. So I'll just go ahead and stitch it. So after I was done stitching it, this is what it looks like. So you see our holder is already in place. So next I'm going to go ahead and do is to just sew the side of the side like this. When I sew it, then I'll make a stop stitch like this just to give the pocket a sewing effect. Then I'll go ahead and sew the flap as well like this. And then when I'm done sewing, this is what it looks like. So you just go ahead and turn it this way. Then you go ahead and just sew it on the markings that you made on the right side of the bag. So you just transfer the markings you made at the back on the right side of the bag. Then you just go ahead and stitch it. So guys, after I was done sewing, this is what it looks like, and when you just poke it inside, this is what it will look like. So you just go ahead and use your scissors to just poke out the hole where you want it to be. And that is basically about everything about how to make this bag with a buckle front pocket. So you can use this principle on any buckle bag you want to make. I have another tutorial that I made about a laptop backpack that I made. It also had a buckle, but I did not explain detailed on how to go about the buckle in that tutorial. So I'm going to put the link in the description box so that you'll be able to watch it and you'll be able to know how to go about the buckle. And if you've watched that one and you don't know how to go about it, this is another tutorial that I'm going to put in the link of that other video so that you'll be able to watch it and know how to go about it. So after you are done putting your zipper, you join the bottom side to the zipper side, you put your d-rings in between, then you just go ahead and sew. So if your dimensions are right, you're not supposed to have excess or less. Well, but it is better to have excess than to have less. So please make sure when you're cutting your own, you are adding half inches for seam allowance. So the next thing to go ahead and do now is to start coupling the body of the bag. So just go ahead and make your notches and you start sewing from this middle. When you sew this side, you go ahead and sew the pocket as well. So I omitted something because I didn't want the bag to have a pipe. So if you want your bag to be piped, you could pipe the bag. But because I was using a very, very, very thick leather, I decided not to pipe the bag. But if you want your bag to be piped or you are using a more lighter leather and the bag is not going to give it the structure you want, you could use a piping belt to just give it shape. But since I am using a very, very thick leather, I decided to not pipe the bag. And this is like basically everything about this tutorial. I hope you learned something and I hope you give me a thumbs up if you learned one or two things from this tutorial. Please, if you've not subscribed, join the family by clicking on the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. I love you and God bless you. Please say something nice in the comment section if you learned one or two things from this tutorial, and see you guys in my next one.